So let's talk about now if we wanted to add a whole new section in the links to vendors. So right now we've got the different sections laid out here: makeup artists, flowers and decor, events. Let's say we wanted to add a whole new section. How are we going to do that? Well, the way you do it is you go into the back end of the site, and again, remember I said that these were actually blog posts that have just been tagged a certain way. So I'm going to go to my post section. I'm going to remove that test counter I made before. I apologize. And I'm going to just add a new post, and I'm going to call this section Clowns. So as if we had a whole bunch of clowns in Asheville that were going to be coming to weddings. So I want to make this a links to our vendors category. That's all you got to do is make sure you click links to our vendors, and you can go ahead and start editing them. Again, it's always a good idea on these pages to turn off discussion. And now I'm just going to go ahead and add in that little left tab slider thing. So I'm going to click on the Add ET tabs. The slider type is going to be left tabs. Again, I like the fade. These I don't really want to auto roll through. I want people to click on which ones they want. So I'm just going to leave that set to no. And then the tab text and the tab content is the tab text is the little name that appears on the left hand side. So I'm going to call this one Skippy the Clown. And then I can just put in whatever content I want here, and you can go back through and edit this later on. Skippy is a wonderful clown. I'm going to add another tab and just change the text that is here. So we'll call this one Sparky the Clown. Info about Sparky. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. That's created our section up here. You can see we've got the tab slider left tabs, a tab container that's going to show the two names of our two clowns that we've put in. Then we end that tab container. And then we have the tab content with the tabs that are inside of it. The first one is Skippy the Wonderful Clown, and then the next one is info about Sparky. We can actually come through and continue to edit these. So I'm going to just add in some extra information about Sparky. Like let's say we wanted to make that bold. We can go ahead and do that using all the same tools that we're used to in our other posts. We can make that bold. We can say Sparky is 7 feet tall with giant shoes. We can just add a little more information about him. You can use all of these little formatting tools that you would normally use. Then you just hit publish when you're done. And when we go back to I'm not going to look at the post yet. I'm going to actually go to the main page so you can see what happened since I added in a whole new section, what happened to it. When I click on links to our vendors, you'll now see clowns at the very top. Now, I did not set a featured image for this one because I don't have a picture of a clown. I could go ahead and do that at some point, but until I do that, it's just going to be clowns, and then to learn more. To set that featured image, I'll show you how to do that in just a second, but you would just go in and click the set featured image, and then that will make a little thumbnail that will go here. So when I click on learn more to actually see some information about these clowns, you see we've got my two tabs, Skippy the Clown, Sparky the Clown. You can see that it's stylized that text that's inside there. That's all there is to it. Now, one thing we did find is that if you have a lot of images here, or a lot of different tabs, but none of them have very much information, you'll actually get kind of a little overflow, where text will kind of hang down below this box. So just make sure you actually have a fair amount of information in each one of these boxes about the clowns. These are pretty sparse. I did want to show you one other thing here. I think that's kind of important. Notice when I added that new section, it came to the top of this list. I had mentioned before that these are just blog posts, and actually the order it's putting them in is the order in which they were created. So they're actually kind of in reverse alphabetical order right now because I created them alphabetically. but it's putting the newest one at the bottom. So if we wanted this to appear somewhere else, all we actually have to do is change the publish date on it to an earlier date. So I'm going to click Edit this page. And I'm going to change this publish date so it was published before the other ones, and that will move it to the bottom of the list. So just click Edit here, and I'm going to say that I published that on the 7th. Hit OK, and update the post. And now when I go, I think the 7th would be early enough. I'll have to check and see. Links to our vendors. Well, obviously the 7th wasn't early enough. I made those before the 7th. We'll edit that again. Change that date to the 1st. How about? Oops. I'm not sure I actually saved those changes. Yeah, November 1st. Okay. Links to our vendors. And you can see now it's at the bottom of the list. So that's how you can change the order. So if you want these to appear in a different order, that's all you have to do. Again, I'm going to go and I'm going to go into the back end of the section and remove that site. And I can search for it since I know what it's called. Since we've got a whole bunch of posts in here, I'm going to look for the one called Cloud. There it is. And I'm going to move that to the trash. And that's all you have to do.